welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my bullet journal for 2021. This is just a flip through, this is not a setup. I've already set up a few of my pages for January. I'm not finished yet, but I decided to go ahead and just show you guys what I have so far. Also, I'm going to be doing an actual setup for February, so right now it's just a flip through. I'm gonna go through some of the materials that I use for this bullet journal, and yeah, so let's just get started. I hope that you guys enjoy this video and enjoy this bullet journal flip through. So just to start off with, I wanna show you guys all the materials I used. Not all, but most, at least like the markers and pens and stuff like that. I use the micro tip pens, and I have a lot of these. I think they came in about a pack of 15, so I don't have them all, but these are the 4 sizes I use mostly through my journal. I use the sizes 1, 01, 05, and 03, but they have many sizes, so they're just the size of the actual point itself. So this is 03, it's really small, I don't know if you can even tell, but it's really small. And then of course, as you go lower on the numbers, the point gets even smaller. So 01 is even smaller, which is great for like small writing spaces and things like that. So next I use these white jelly roll pens. I love these pens. Of course, they come in different sizes too. You have 01, then you have 08, so different sizes. But I use these actually for the front of my journal. This is how I do my cover, and so I love them. I think they look great on dark paper. Next I use, I don't know how to pronounce this, so please do not make fun of me if I say it completely wrong. I think it's called Fudenosuke pens. They're just brush pens, and I'll show you guys what they look like. And they're great for calligraphy if you're into that. I'm terrible at calligraphy, so I didn't even use it for calligraphy purposes. Thanks to my girl Kristen, she put me onto these super tip markers. I got 100 pack of Crayola super tips, and they have so many colors to choose from. I mean, they're beautiful. So I mean, I definitely think this is a great investment. I think they're about $15, so not that much. I use these throughout my entire journal, and I love them. Okay, so now the fun part. I get to show you guys my journal. So before I start with my flip through, I just want to say that when I went to go buy my journal on Amazon, I thought I had bought a bullet journal, like the dotted kind. I didn't by accident. I did get the right size, which is the A5, but these don't have dots in them. So I think this is just a regular journal, but honestly, it worked just fine for me. I wanted to make sure that my cover embodied the kind of person that I was a good representation of who I am, and what better way to represent myself than a girl with an afro, because I too have an afro. I drew her picture on the front. I used the gel roll pens, and it came out beautifully. I love it. So now let's take a sneak peek on my spreads that I did on the inside. This is my first page, obviously my 2021 title page. If you guys know anything about me, you know that I love the From Blood and Ash series, and Poppy actually uses a bow and arrow, and so of course I had to put some arrows here. And then I did have my name here, but then I didn't like it, so I covered it up with some washi tape, and I just put my channel name, found it in bookmark. So very simple, very me. So here we have my genre tracker. I know a lot of people usually put their booktube goals or they put their reading goals for the year on the first page. I was going to do that, but I had no idea what my goals were aside from how many books I want to read this year. So I just decided to just keep it simple, keep it easy, and just do a genre tracker. There are obviously way more genres than just 4, but these are the main 4 that I know I read on a regular basis. So I just put fantasy here, romance, contemporary, and thriller. I've already read 2 fantasies this year. I was going to put some subgenres here, but I just knew if I did that, I would have a really complicated spread, and so I just wanted to keep everything very simple in this bullet journal. Also, you guys will notice a theme in my journal, which was not done on purpose. I've seen the torn edges theme a lot, and so I really loved it, but also I needed to cover up these pages because I hated them when I first did them. They were so bad. So I just went ahead and adopted the whole theme for most of my journal, and I love the way it turned out. So the next page is my BookTube goals page. On this page, I will just throughout the year write down some goals that I have for my channel, goals I have for certain videos. All I have right now in this section is just my sub count for the beginning of the year, and then what my goal is for my sub count for the end of the year. I love this page because it gives me the whole YouTube vibe. So my next page is a page that was horrible when I first did it. This is the books read in 2021 page. Most people's spreads on this page are the bookshelves. I originally did bookshelves, and I had a window in the bookshelf. It was really cute in my head, but when I put it on paper, I hated it. So I covered it up with black, and I decided to go ahead and do this little cloud sun theme. And so anytime I read a book and finish it, I will just write it in the lines here. So right now I have Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. So next I have my quick book review and my series to finish spreads. So the quick book review page is just to kind of have a quick place to write down my thoughts after I finish a book before I do a full-on book review. So right here, as you can see, I have the title, the author, the rating, and the comments. So I have Clockwork Prince and Princess, the author here, the star rating for both, which is a 3 and a 4, and then some quick comments. So I put here, for Clockwork Prince, I put so-so, no real major moments, and then for Princess, I put romance, epilogue equals tears. On this page is a series to finish. This page is my most daunting page for me personally because I have a lot of series here that I plan on finishing this year. And then I have the circles here just to show how many I have left to read and how many I've already read. So as I go on and I read, I'll just bubble in the next circle. Also really quick, I forgot to say that when I did this spread, I did use washi tape at the top and the bottom. I believe this washi tape came from either Erin Condren or it came from Michael's. I'm not sure. My mom bought it, so I have to ask her, but one of the two. Either way, they both have really cute washi tapes. So this is my second favorite spread. This is my favorite book quote spread. I wanted to make sure I had a place to put book quotes that I just love, because in every book that I read, even the ones that I don't really care for the most, there's always at least one quote that just hits me right in the heart. As you can see here, I have an instant messaging theme going on. I have no idea why I came up with this idea. I think I was just in a mood and I missed the old days, so I decided to make a spread for this specifically. So I just made an instant messaging box. And so what I'll do for each book, the first book is red, so the next book will be a blue color, just to kind of have like the conversational tone going. But right here, I have a little quick blurb from The Clockwork Princess. I won't read it because it might be a spoiler, so I'll kind of hide that for now. But yeah, I love this spread. I think it's so cute. So I'll just constantly go through and write really small, just some quotes that I fell in love with. This spread was initially going to be a book of the month for each month, so I had shelves for each month here, and I liked it okay, but I didn't love it, and so I decided to go ahead and change it and cover it up. And so I think what I'm gonna do is at the end of each month have one page dedicated to the book of that month instead of doing a whole spread for each book of the month. So I'm thinking here I will either put arcs or books that I need to review before the review date. So put like arcs and the date that I downloaded them or received them and the date that they're coming out. That way I can have them read and reviewed before that, because I hate to get arcs and then not read and review them beforehand, because the whole point of an arc is to read it and review it before it comes out. And so I want to make sure I'm holding myself very accountable for that this year. This is my January 2021 spread. I love this spread so much. I think it just is so simple and so cute. Here I just have January at a glance. I have a calendar. It's very small, and that's on purpose, because what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking either I'm going to make a color-coded section here and just use small dots to kind of put in these boxes to kind of represent something important. So for example, say I have a read-along or a live show or something that I'm going on, I'll make live shows a certain color and I'll put the day that the live show will happen so that I remember, then it's on here. Or if a book is released on a certain day, I'll have book releases at a certain color too. And then we have a little note section here just for reminders, things to just remember for this month that are really important to me, and maybe even any video ideas that I want to jot down really quickly on this little sticky note here. And then I have my TBR. I did not want to make a whole spread for my TBR for each month because I just know I do not read that much. So I want to have a very small section for my very small TBRs that I usually have. So this next spread really should have came before my January spread, but of course, as always, I'm messing up, so I had to just think on my feet, and I put the page in the spread here. So this is my new and 2021 anticipated book releases, and I made them for each month. So each month is a different color. You have January, February, March, and so on and so on. I like the spread a little bit. I don't love it, but I mean, I think it's cute, so it is what it is. It's done already, so I'm not changing it again. But instead of putting a picture of the books that I want to read, I'm just going to list out each book underneath the month. So instead of putting a picture, because that costs ink, and yeah. So my last spread for January for now is my Shadowhunter spread. I love this spread so much. So right now I am reading The Mortal Instrument, and many of you know that my friends have wanted me to read the entire Shadowhunter series. I just can't wait to fill in this spread because I just can't wait to read these books first of all, but I'm super excited to fill this spread out, and I'm excited to fill it up with quotes and characters and my thoughts on the Mortal Instruments and pictures of them, and I'm just really excited. I did draw this myself, and I did cut out the angelic rune. I was very proud of myself and very happy with how it turned out. So I love this spread so much. Again, this is washi tape that I got, I'm pretty sure, from Michael's. I can't link that below because I've had this for years, but I'm sure that you can find some in many places. And so yeah, that is the end of my January spread, but just so you guys can see what the pages look like, they're blank. There are no dots here, and I hate that so much, but that's okay. We're gonna do a quick little run through again of the pages just so you can see. Okay everyone, well that is the end of my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this very much. I enjoyed showing you guys my bullet journal. I'm really excited for this. I have never done a bullet journal before in my life. I've always seen them, they've always looked really cute, but I just never did them. So this is my first time and I can't wait to show you guys my February spreads and my setup. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!